Hello guys, welcome to the movie recap review. Happy watching.
Oh my god!
Hey, Alice, 9 Mississippi.
The film opens in a dimly lit motel room where Alice, a 30-year-old woman, receives a call from her husband, Eric. Startled, she rushes into the bathroom. It's 2 in the morning, and despite the late hour, Eric warmly reminds her about their fertility appointment later that day. We quickly learn that Alice works as a social media manager for a pharmaceutical company and is heading home after attending a major convention. However, there's something Eric doesn't know. Alice is having an affair with her colleague and close friend, John. In the next scene, Alice and John check out of the motel and continue their journey. As they drive, it's revealed that Alice and Eric have been struggling to conceive, though Eric remains supportive and caring. Suddenly, John notices the fuel gauge is nearly empty, which baffles him since he distinctly remembers filling the tank just the day before. He pulls into a nearby gas station to investigate. While John refuels the car, Alice goes inside to grab a cup of coffee. Meanwhile, the camera pans to the car, revealing a gas leak, explaining the mysteriously low fuel level. Nearby the gas station, a large billboard looms ominously, proclaiming, "God is nowhere." Inside the store, Alice approaches the counter to pay, but finds no one in sight, so she leaves her money behind. Just as she turns to leave, she spots something horrific, blood splattered across the walls. Panic sets in as she reaches for the door, but before she can escape, an unknown assailant shoots her in the arm. A flurry of bullets follows, forcing Alice to crawl desperately towards safety. Her cries for help go unheard. John, oblivious to the chaos inside, is lost in the loud music playing in his car. After quickly applying a tourniquet to her wounded arm, Alice takes a cautious peek outside. Suddenly, a bullet whizzes past her, and she realizes the sniper is positioned on the very billboard she just saw. Cornered, and with her only ally unaware of the danger, Alice's options dwindle. She spots her phone a few meters away and reaches for it, but just as she is about to grab it, the sniper destroys it with a single shot. She glances at the CCTV footage, discovering an exit door. Suddenly, a voice breaks the tension. Searching the room, Alice discovers a walkie-talkie on a nearby desk. However, the desk is within the sniper's line of sight, so she devises a careful plan. She tosses a few packets of chips into the air, and as the sniper fires at them, she rushes to snatch the walkie-talkie. Desperate, Alice tells the man on the other end to call the police, but he only seems concerned about his wife, Amelia. Meanwhile, John finally notices that the fuel is running low again and realizes his gas tank is leaking. Growing concerned when Alice doesn't return, he heads inside the store to check on her. The moment he spots her, he's shot in the neck by the sniper. John collapses, pleading with Alice for help, but the sniper fires again, this time finishing him off. Horrified, Alice tries to retrieve the walkie-talkie, which had been thrown into an open area, using a mop stick. She manages to get it and informs the man on the other end about the situation inside the store. The man once again asks about his wife, Amelia, but Alice tells him she sees no one else around. Upon hearing this, the man says he will call the police and assures her that help will arrive in 15 minutes. However, his tone suddenly shifts, and he bursts into a maniacal laugh, revealing that he was the one who killed John. The man threatens that if Alice stops talking, he'll come down to the store himself. Frantic, Alice scans the room and notices a light switch. She hurls objects toward the switchboard, but her efforts fail. Then, she spots that the shelf she's hiding behind is on wheels. Carefully, Alice pushes the shelf while dodging the sniper's bullets. Finally, she makes a leap for the switch and turns off the lights. In the dark, Alice tries to contact someone else through the walkie-talkie, but each time it connects back to the sniper. He calmly tells her that no one else is around, only him, Alice, and his wife, Amelia. It's then that Alice discovers the terrifying truth. Amelia is dead, and the sniper killed her because she was unfaithful. The revelation chills Alice to the core, as she too has been cheating on her husband. Now, she fears the sniper might be targeting her for the same reason. Or perhaps she's just an innocent victim who happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. After a tense moment, Alice spots a vehicle pulling up to the gas station. A man named Doug steps out and enters the store, calling out for his girlfriend, Amelia. Quickly, Alice warns him to get down, insisting that there's a deadly sniper nearby. Desperate, Alice urges him to call the police, but Doug reveals he left his phone in the car. Alice explains that Amelia has already been killed by her husband, but Doug, visibly shocked, claims the killer is lying. Amelia was never married. As Doug approaches the counter, Alice notices an unsettling silence. Since Doug arrived, the sniper hasn't fired a single shot. Doubt creeps in, and she starts to suspect that Doug might be the killer. However, Doug insists he's innocent, claiming he and Amelia both work graveyard shifts and that he came to check on her. Conflicted and uncertain whom to trust, Alice remains skeptical. Sensing her hesitation, Doug urges her to speak directly to the sniper. Time is running out, and with the sniper silent, Alice pleads with Doug to go back to his car and retrieve his phone to prove he's not the one behind the rifle. She promises to distract the sniper while he does so. Though frightened, Doug reluctantly agrees to the dangerous plan. Unfortunately, as he reaches his car and thinks he can grab the phone from the holder, he is suddenly shot dead, his phone destroyed in the process. The reality crashes down on Alice. He was telling the truth all along, and the sniper was not Doug. Devastated, Alice realizes that she sent an innocent man to his death. Moments later, the sniper returns to the walkie-talkie, taunting her by saying she is a murderer for sending Doug on a suicide mission, knowing he wouldn't survive. The sniper reveals that he wants to know the truth about Alice, implying that he knows she attended the convention and is aware of her secrets. The sniper expresses his disgust at Alice's role in manufacturing drugs that ruin countless lives. Alice defensively claims that her company produces medications and that she's merely a social media manager. However, the sniper argues that her position is even more sinister. She is the one distributing these drugs while falsely promoting them as beneficial. He reveals that he knows the name of her company and labels her a selfish woman who climbed the corporate ladder by betraying others, suggesting she deserves to die. He continues his tirade, recounting how Alice falsely accused a man of sexual assault to advance her career, resulting in his firing and leaving him without money to support his sick daughter. As he rants on the radio about someone who could be him, she notices a work uniform with the name Henry. It appears Henry had been fired from the station weeks earlier, but his belongings, including a photo of him with his daughter, are still there. Alice glances at a row of umbrellas next to the counter and formulates a plan. While the sniper continues his tirade, Alice lines up several umbrellas as a makeshift distraction. But when he realizes what she's doing, he fires multiple shots at the gas station. In the chaos, Alice manages to reach the exit door, only to find it locked. Frantically, she searches for items to break the padlock, but has no success. Moments later, she notices a man arriving at the station to fill up his gas. However, when his credit card is declined, he leaves in frustration. The sniper doesn't shoot at him, indicating that he only targets those who get too close to uncovering his plans. Desperate, Alice appeals to the sniper, trying to connect with him emotionally. She tells him about her struggles with infertility and the immense stress it has put on her marriage. To her shock, the sniper reveals that he already knows about her affair. He chastises her for being an irresponsible woman and coldly asserts that the world would be better off without her. As Alice watches helplessly, a police car races toward the gas station, but once again, it speeds by without stopping, leaving her hope shattered. Using the distraction, she sneaks out of the store and cautiously approaches John's car. The sniper's voice crackles over the radio, taunting her, asking where she is. But just as she reaches the car, the sniper fires, forcing Alice to retreat once more into the safety of the store. In the chaos, she is shot again, this time in her thigh. Gasping in pain and struggling to stay conscious, Alice manages to stop the bleeding with a makeshift bandage, barely keeping herself together as the sniper continues his bitter tirade about the failings of humanity. Alice grabs a hacksaw and desperately tries to cut through the padlock on the exit door. Her hands tremble with exhaustion and frustration, and she accidentally injures herself in the process. Furious, Alice picks up the radio and snaps at the sniper. "Killing me won't solve your problems," she yells, calling him by the name Henry and trying to reason with him, expressing sympathy for whatever pain he's endured. After a chilling silence, the sniper coldly responds, "Who's Henry?" His voice is calm, devoid of any hint of recognition, leaving Alice bewildered. Moments later, the situation escalates as another car pulls up to the station. An elderly man exits the vehicle, but when he spots Doug's lifeless body, he panics. Alice tries to signal him to stay hidden, but it's too late. The sniper notices and shoots him dead on the spot. Horrifyingly, the man's wife steps out of the car, oblivious to the danger. Alice desperately waves for her to hide, but she too falls victim to the sniper's ruthless shots. In an instant, an innocent couple is mercilessly gunned down before Alice's eyes. The sniper's voice returns to the radio, claiming that he and Alice are the same, both possessing the evil gene. He tells her that this gene will be passed on to her unborn child, cursing her future. Steeling herself against his words, Alice retorts fiercely. "We are nothing alike," she declares. She reveals that she has chosen not to have children, not because of infertility, but because she doesn't want them to suffer from the kind of depression and darkness that consumes people like the sniper. Just then, Alice catches sight of a young girl named Cindy in the car. The child, shaken by the horrifying events unfolding around her, is too frightened to move. Panic surges through Alice as she realizes the danger Cindy is in. She quickly addresses the killer through the radio, pleading with him to spare the innocent girl. He then poses a haunting question. "Would you sacrifice your life for her?" Alice replies, "Yes." The sniper grants her 2 minutes to get the child to safety. Desperately, Alice urges Cindy to run toward the road, but her pleas fall on deaf ears. Instead of fleeing, the terrified girl darts into the store, seeking refuge from the darkness outside. With no time left, Alice barricades the door and frantically begins to cut through the padlock on the exit gate. She can hear the sniper descending from the billboard, his intent clear as he strides toward the store to finish what he started. After a tense struggle, Alice finally breaks the padlock, but her heart sinks when she discovers another shutter behind it, also locked. Quickly, she hides Cindy in a secure spot, grabs a nearby makeshift weapon, and steels herself for the fight to come. The sniper enters the store, scanning the interior with a predatory gaze. He taunts Alice, asking, "Was I sent by your betrayed husband? Am I a coworker you got fired so you could take his job? Or perhaps I'm just an anguished father, mourning a daughter lost to the drugs your company peddles?" As the sniper turns a corner, Alice seizes the moment, springing from the shadows to leap onto him. With a fierce determination, she drives a rod into his back, but he remains unfazed, shrugging off the attack. A brutal struggle ensues as Alice fights to unmask him. Suddenly, a gunshot echoes through the store, and Alice collapses to the floor, seemingly lifeless. The sniper advances toward Cindy's hiding place. He reaches for his mask, intent on revealing his identity. But just then, Alice reappears with the last of her strength, wielding a fire extinguisher. She strikes him hard, and though he tries to rise, she delivers another powerful blow, incapacitating him. With a fierce resolve, Alice drags him toward the hydraulic press, her mind racing to uncover the man behind the mask. But before she can unveil his identity, the machine crushes down, sealing their confrontation and bringing the harrowing drama to a close. Exhausted, Alice collapses to the ground, her energy fading. She takes shallow breaths, knowing her time is running out. Moments later, she succumbs to her injuries, leaving the store in silence. In the final scene, Cindy steps cautiously from the shadows, the morning sun illuminating the road ahead. Alone but alive, she begins to walk down the deserted street, a fortunate survivor of the chaos that unfolded, unaware of the secrets that will remain buried with Alice.
And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.